today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They will be led out by perhaps the best ever at 43 years of age now. It's the great Tom Brady.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Shotgun now for Brady. Quick slant to Brown. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Panthers. 44 yards.
First down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Buchanan made the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He's got his man. It's Butler. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50.
The pass on 2nd down.
So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his 4th year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
3rd and 2.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
3-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff to Smith. And not much running room. Down to the 32. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Mahomes firing complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
21-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Font brought him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Brady now on first down. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On play action, it's Brady. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 20.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
15 yards on the play, first down.
At the 45-yard line.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Desmond
Trufant there making the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
At the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick is good. Makes the score Panthers 10. Falcons.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them. They get scouting reports. They start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Stephon Gilmore. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
On 1st down, Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down.
There to make the stop was John Jenkins.
No gain on the play. Brings up
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and upports the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
yards to go.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
On 2nd down and 4. Mahomes steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to see.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
The Panthers.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with?
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Complete.
Hakeem Butler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He'll air this one out for Kirk. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julian Edelman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Falcons cut into that lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, Right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And this is Parker, complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From midfield, here's Brady. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Panther.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Falcons.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
A 7-yard gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Brady. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Carolina.
On first down, it's Drake. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Well, that's the second time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play and give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. Touchdown, Falcons! DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took a...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
On 1st down, Brady. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
On the carry.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the 45 on second down, Brady thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Carolina.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be out of bounds. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Brady. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Forced out to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a bit. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Patrick Mahomes with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. And it's caught by Parker. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Second and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. 2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. And that kneeled down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you've won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a